Welcome to crafts on day 2. So this craft is geared towards our upper elementary students, so 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. But anybody who wants to play with Play-Doh and paint a pasta shell, bring it on. You are welcome to do this craft. So the first thing that you'll do is gather up your supplies. You're gonna need Play-Doh and pasta shells, paint brushes, things like that. But you'll find all of those details in your list. But look at this. This is what you're able to do with your pasta shell. That's a tree that I painted. These are dots that I painted. Here's a football that I painted. So the thing about this is that you are designing your own snail shell because, hey, a snail only lives inside this shell. So it's gotta be beautiful, right? And I bet most of you haven't painted your own house before or even built your own house before. So here's your chance. So one thing about snails, did you know that they can be tiny, 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 only as big as the eye of a needle, or they can be huge. There's some snails that can eat starfish, and they inject a poisonous venom into them. So snails aren't just your run-of-the-mill garden little creatures. They are really interesting. There's so many snails. They can live in deserts, they can live in oceans, they live in our gardens, they live in Alabama, they live in so many places where I bet you have visited and we haven't even noticed the snails there. So one thing that we've learned from Buzz and Molly is that God renews. And I like to think about snails feeling renewed as they are hiding in the grass, hiding in the ocean, hiding wherever they are. And they're just able to breathe, take a deep breath, and just be. They're just a snail, and they don't have to worry about much, do they? Compared to us, it seems like they have less worries. So it could be a good thing when you feel worried, think about a snail. Think about all that they have to worry about, just keeping that snail shell on their back, and that can be something that reminds us of God renews. So as we get to our craft, look here. This is a finished product. This is my dough, and I decided to use regular Play-Doh, and I mixed up colors. So this turns kind of like a brown gray color, and that's how I wanted my snail to be. So this is tentacles, and here's his head. His eyes are on the very top. This right here at the back is its foot. So this whole part is a foot. And another thing about a snail is that if you take off its shell, it actually looks like a slug. And there's not much difference in a slug and a snail. It's just that snails have external shells and slugs have some that are inside up upon their, close to their back. So here are 2 examples, and follow the directions on your sheet and you'll be able to make your own snails. I'd love to see pictures of them, and it's time to go bug out on your craft. Bye, y'all.